You know, it's occurred to me that we really haven't had a successful test of this equipment. Well, no sense in worrying about it now. Why worry? Each one of us is carrying an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back. Yep, let's get ready. Switch me on. I'm going into the little bit into the past here. These are some 9-year-old figures by Mattel before Hasbro picked up the license. Today I'm taking a look at the Mattel Classic, Peter Venkman and Ray Stantz from their Ghostbusters line. Here's a Ghostbusters video for you guys. It's geeking time! Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. I am back with another video for you guys. It's gonna be a fun one today, I think. Today I'm taking a look. I wanted to review these guys for you since last year, since the year before. I wanted to do a review of these. These came out in 2016. Now these are from Mattel. These are from the Ghostbusters Classic line that they released back in 2016. Now as you can see here on my packaging, there's some Russian writing on there. I'm not quite sure why. Now, I did pick these up at Toys R Us back in 2017. And when I did pick them up, they were on sale for, if I'm not mistaken, like $7 a pop. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy these when the regular price was 30 bucks. The only thing is when I picked these guys up, there was no Egon and there was no Winston. Of course, Winston always gets the shaft. I always say that. And you know what the crazy thing is? Since I've looked for the rest, now, just forewarning, if you're gonna go Google shopping for these guys, like to bring up some results, you know, Ray and Peter, on a whole, these two, very not pricey, right? Peter is a very decent price if you look at them online. Ray, too, is very affordable. When you get them into a 4-pack, that's when it gets to be a little more on the pricey end. Don't get me started on Egon and Winston because they must have made less quantities of Egon and Winston than these two because Egon and Winston are a lot more expensive. So they must be on the rare end of the scale. But I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. I mean, check this out. I don't need to show you guys. I have the real Ghostbusters. I have the first movie, the second movie. I've got Afterlife. I don't have Answer the Call. I wasn't a big fan of that one. And I don't have Frozen Empire just yet. And even like in my journeys to go get myself some Rue Morgue magazines that I was missing, I stumbled across this one and I was like, well, you know what? It's Ghostbusters. It is Ghostbusters. So I ended up picking up this Rue Morgue, which was all about Ghostbusters. This is from 2014, so back when the movie turned 30 years old. That was insane. But I just love this movie, and I'm going to say it to you guys right now, I probably think Ghostbusters is my favorite movie of all time. So because I've been wanting to do something for you guys, and I got a really fun video planned for Friday, I thought, hey, for this week, let's just do some fun videos. I mean, I try to do always fun videos for you guys. And let's review Ray and Peter. Just a little side note, by the way. I want to tell you guys something. When I was a kid, I had 2 goldfish. My parents bought me goldfish. And what did I name my goldfish? I didn't name them Batman or Superman, nothing like that. I named them Ray and Peter. That goes to show you how much I love this movie. So guys, it's gonna be a fun one today. We'll get them out of the packaging. We'll start with Ray, then we'll look at Peter, and we'll just have fun with this today. Like I said, these are from 2016, before Hasbro picked up the license. And yeah, let's crack each one out of the package. Let's take a look at them and see what they have to offer.
The real Ghostbusters will return after these messages.
Coming to save the world this summer.
We now return to the real Ghostbusters.
Okay, so we start with Ray Stantz in the packaging. Now, this packaging is a little beat up, fair warning. It has seen a lot of better days, but we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at the packaging very quickly. At the bottom, you have that right there. You got the Ghostbusters logo on the side. You got another Ghostbusters logo up there with the no ghost, and that's what you can see right here. It is the classic. All the languages there. Oh my gosh. And he comes with a piece of the no ghost, which we'll take a look at when we get him out of the packaging. It's a very fun looking figure right there. I know people are probably more inclined to the Hasbro figures, but that's all good. But it does tell you right here, right up here, copyright 2016 Mattel. If you take a look at the back of the packaging, we have Peter Venkman, which we'll look at right after Ray, Egon, and Winston. Like I said, don't know what's up with that, but they're a little more on the rare side to find. Like I said, I've been trying to find these guys for quite some time. And when you get all the characters from the movie, you can build the no ghost. Still gonna cross my fingers, hopefully I can find them. I know that Hasbro has the license, but I would like to complete these. But Mattel did put out some pretty nice Ghostbusters figures. However, my favorite Ghostbusters figures, modern of course, are the Diamond Select. I think those are really nice. I've always liked them, and I've always wanted to get my hands, well, always, you know, they came out a couple years ago with the real Ghostbusters from Diamond Select. I've always wanted to get a hands of those, but you know. All right, let's take a look and see how long the packaging stands. Both packages are going to be the same height. So it stands just a little over 10 inches high, and that gives you about 27 centimeters. So if you want to put that up on your wall, and then lengthwise, you're looking at just about 6 inches, if not 16 centimeters. So a big old chunky package, a very nice looking package. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in Shadowhawk, but I'm gonna do this off camera. I'm gonna take Ray out of the packaging, and let's take a look and see what he's got to offer. All right, there he is. Was he easy out of the packaging? No. Was it hard to get him out of the packaging at the same time though? No, not really. He was just really tight into that package. One thing I just want to show off before we take a look at Ray, and this is going to be with Peter also, I like that in the background. That looks really nice. It's really cool. So, hi everybody. I like to keep them in display in the packaging. You know that. You know that about me. I'm an inbox collector, but that's okay. For the for the sake of the review, we're going to be taking a look at the figure outside of the packaging. First things first, we have this little accessory that is our no ghost accessory. And this is gonna glow in the dark, so you put it in light. And trust me, I know, I've had them on the wall and they've glowed in the dark. So that's your piece of no ghost accessory that comes with Ray. Now, before we take a look at our figure here, let me grab the measuring tape. Let's see how tall Ray is from head to toe. He is about 5.5 inches, and that gives you 14 centimeters. So 5.5 inches. Okay, he's just about 6 inches. Not too bad, not too big, not too small, just the size of Montreal. That's an old trick-or-treat joke if you're from Canada. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. But our figure is actually quite nice. Would I say that this looks like Dan Aykroyd? I mean, maybe from the side. From the side, it definitely does. Well, he definitely does look like him from the side. Face on? No, he does not look like Dan Aykroyd. All right, so with Ray, let's go ahead and remove everything. I just kept the stuff in his hands. I thought it would be a lot easier, but we will go ahead and we will remove the accessories that comes in Ray's hands and everything that comes with Ray. And I believe that this proton pack, you can remove it. Give me one more second, guys. Why did I not just do that before the review started? Don't ask. I have no freaking clue why. Okay, so we got the proton pack off of him. Let's go ahead and take a look at the proton pack. It's actually fairly well detailed for a toy by Mattel that came out in 2016. So pretty nice detail on there. I like the different colors of the wires. It looks really good. Even the gun portion looks very nice. So I like that a lot. Yeah, a lot of detail went into this thing. The straps too. I mean, look. Green straps, not bad. Not too bad. So the proton pack, pretty good actually. I like the detailing on that. So it looks fairly nice. And apart from that, you know, all that's left to do is just basically take a look at Ray, take a look at the details. Now, like I said, does this look like Dan Aykroyd? No. From the side? Yeah, that looks like Dan Aykroyd, definitely. So here we have his iconic, I don't know why it's so dark though. We have the patch. We've got the No Ghost patch right there. But the detailing on the jumpsuit looks nice. This, by the way, does not detach. This is stuck on there. So I tried. All this is stuck on there, which is really nice. At least it's molded. It's not like it's not painted on. At least it's new parts that they molded on there. All the accessories look good on there. Like I said, the detailing is very nice. Very nicely done on Rey. Yeah, the belt, like honestly, even down to the gloves. Like I said, even down to the patch and the zippers and everything, the detailing looks good. Is this a good head sculpt though? I mean, like I said, what's this right there? It's not a bad head sculpt. Like from the side, it definitely looks like Rey. It definitely looks like Dan Aykroyd. But from the front, I don't know. That doesn't really look like Dan Aykroyd to me, to be quite honest with you. But yeah. All right, guys, let's take a look at the articulation. Head turns side to side. It's not on a ball joint, it's on a peg. Arm rotates all the way around. Well, yeah, all the way around. Again, with some of these older figures are a little more stiff, so it goes all the way around, and then the arms come out a bit, not very much. And if they do, I don't want to break it like I say often. The arms, though, they don't bend much. It's like they just want to stay like that because he's meant to hold the proton pack. Hand goes all the way around, and also the forearm moves all the way around too. So that's good. There's a swivel right there in the waist. The legs come out a bit. There's a cut in the thigh, but it's not moving. And then the legs bend. There's a bend at the knee, sorry. And there's a bend, very generous bend in the feet. So very nicely articulated. I feel like this guy could probably go stand very well with, I guess, the Hasbro ones, if you want to put him with them. He's probably smaller than the Diamond Select Ghostbusters figures, but that's another problem with this figure, is that he doesn't stand very well. I don't know. There we go. Having a hard time getting him to stand. So he probably would sit in very nicely with the Hasbro Ghostbuster figures or the Diamond Select. I feel like those head sculpts are a little bit on the superior side. Proton Pack looks nice. They did a really good job on him, like I said, for a figure that came out 10 years ago. And you could find it in Toys R Us, like not even in the collector section, really like marketed in the kids section. Hey, it's a really good adult collectible.
Maybe now you'll never slime a guy with a positron collider, huh?
Peter Venkman, same packaging as Rey, same exact size and height as Rey, so there's not much to take a look at. I'll just go quickly. Same exact packaging, 2016 as well, and the same thing. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get Peter Venkman out of the packaging, and we'll take a look and see what this guy has to offer. Well, I gotta say, he looks almost identical to Rey. Not gonna lie to you guys, the only difference is this little piece that he comes with. This is the no, and it'll click on with your no-ghost. It's the build a no-ghost sign. He is 5.5 inches and just over 13 centimeters. So not exactly anything different from our Rey figure. And I went ahead and I took a look. The articulation is the exact same thing. The proton pack comes off. So yeah, I get it. It kind of sucks. I'm trying to do a double review for you guys. I already took a look at the articulation with Rey. So let's go ahead and bring in Rey and see what he looks like standing next to him. So there we go. They're just about the same thing, right? So your Ghostbusters figures are just going to come in here and they're going to look the same. They're going to stand pretty much the same. It almost looks like they have the same jumpsuits, except for a minor difference that you see down here, where Rey's got his pants in his boots, and then Peter's got his pants going over the boots. But apart from that, I mean, cut copy, it looks like, with the outfits. Same thing with the Proton Pack, maybe a little bit minor. No, not even any differences from the Proton Pack with Rey and Peter. Like, it's the same thing. I mean, look, we can just go ahead and do it quickly. Like I said, articulation is all the same. I took a look at it, right? So it's all the same, except for one minor little difference down here, is that you saw there was a generous in the foot. It's a little bit limited because of the bottom pants. So that's the only real difference with Peter and Rey. But again, the only difference also with the Proton Pack is that the wiring, if I bring back in Rey, you take a look at the two Proton Packs, there's a little bit of difference, but like, to be quite honest with you, it's not that big. be quite honest with you, I don't even think there's any difference with the proton packs. I think they're both the same. So there's no difference whatsoever, like I said, with the proton packs. The only difference really is just in this case here, because it's Peter, the head sculpt, the patch, and the feet. And if we take a look, yeah, there's this patch. It says Venkman, you could tell. And the thing is, like, he looks like his head is going down, but his head feels like it's more on a bulge one. That's the other thing too, which is really weird. But does this look like Bill Murray? From the side, it looks like Bill Murray. From the side, it looks like Bill Murray. Head on, I don't know if that looks like Bill Murray. Kind of. Maybe like a tired Bill Murray. Bill Murray was tired from doing all the movies in the 80s, and that's why this figure is the way it looks. But I mean, look, I prefer the head sculpt for Peter more than the head sculpt for Ray, because, like I said, Ray definitely looks like him from the side. But from head on, not so much. At least with Peter Venkman, yeah, it looks like Peter from the side. You could tell it looks like Bill Murray from the side. From the front, it does look like Bill Murray, but just enough. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, again, it's a very nice figure. I like it a lot. Me personally, I'm going to put these right back in the packaging. They're going to go right back up on display, or at least in storage when I had them for now at the moment. They were on display. I go right back into storage, but they look nice in packaging. And again, I am definitely going to try to find that Winston and that Egon. And if ever I get my hands on that Winston and Egon, then I will review them for you guys also. And then the whole set of those Mattel will be complete. But in actuality, I really don't think I will be able to grab those figures, not unless I find them in a comic book shop and they're really cheap. Because online prices, people are charging you up the fucking ass for these figures just because they're, retro. 10 years old now is considered retro, so.
The real Ghostbusters will return after these messages.
The Ghostbusters, come on out!
We now return to the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, so this was a lot of fun to take a look at today. I absolutely love Ghostbusters, and I kind of feel like I don't do enough Ghostbusters content on my channel. This is my favorite movie of all time, so I'm really surprised that I don't have more Ghostbusters stuff in my collection. I guess just where I live, it's not as easy to come across Ghostbusters stuff. But nonetheless, I thought these were pretty neat figures. Again, like I said, my big issue is, first of all, them standing, okay? They don't stand too great. You really have to fix them. And the head sculpts. The head sculpts, it's one of those things that's really weird. They look good from the side. They look like them from the side. But in the front, it's questionable, especially on Ray's end. Like I said, Bill Murray, Peter looks more like a tired, sleepy Bill Murray. But both of them from the side look fantastic. Again, I would love to get my hands on the Egon, and I would love to get my hands on the Winston, if I could ever find them. But, there's just so much out there. And I'm not going to start spending cash on the Hasbro ones or dropping cash on the Mondo Real Ghostbusters, because Mondo, that's a little more on the expensive side. But hey, if I ever can get my hands, eventually, at some point, if I can get my hands on any of the Real Ghostbusters figures, even if it's the old Kenner, that's something that's always been on my list. Even the old Kenner, like actual Ghostbusters figures. But I do want to get myself an Ecto one. That's one thing I've always wanted for my collection, was the Ecto one vehicle. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around and watching the video in its entirety if you did today. Let me know down below if you guys collect Ghostbusters, if you guys prefer the Kenner line from our childhood, if you like the Mattel line, or if you prefer the Hasbro line, or even the Diamond Select, or even now the Mondo line. Let me know all that good stuff down below. Stick around for Tuesday. I've got a really fun video planned for you guys. If you took a look at my birthday hunt on this past Friday, well, it's going to kind of correlate with that video, so that's going to be a lot of fun. That being said, if you are new to my channel because you do love, action figure reviews, you love all things nostalgic, I guess, Or if you've been watching my channel for the longest time, you haven't already done so, please and thank you. Subscribe to my channel. While you're there, go ahead, please and thank you. Click that bell to be notified whenever I got some brand new content out. Also, guys, if you enjoyed this video, you're enjoying my content, and you are looking forward to seeing more content, let the algorithm know. Click that thumbs up button, like that. And also, share the video. Share the video with the Ghostbusters. Let them know that I reviewed not so great head sculpted versions of themselves. I want to thank you guys all, like I said again, for watching the video. It's summer. We got a month and a half left of summer, so really fun stuff. I got an AVGN week planned for you guys in like 2 weeks, and then yeah, next week is going to be some comic book stuff. So stick around. It's going to be really fun. Anyways, I'll let you guys get out of here for the day. Stay cool, stay nerdy, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep watching Ghostbusters. Greatest movie of all time, at least I would think. I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, it's cool if it's nerd cool. Who are you gonna call?